What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Von Andretti, and I'm back with another video today. We got another music review for you guys. Special video. I know I say that every time, but a lot of these albums we've gotten this year, I have been waiting, or I look forward to these artists dropping. Special one, after millions and trillions of delays, my review on Lil Durk's newest album, Deep Thoughts, is finally here. Let's get right into it. I don't want to delay. I don't want to delay. I want to get right into the record for you guys. Looking at 17 songs, if I'm not mistaken, at least like 45 to 50 minutes of runtime. Anywhere from around 40 minutes to an hour of runtime in terms of these 17 songs. Not bad. Not bad at all, honestly. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews over the last week since it came out. I didn't really want to rush a review for you guys. Really wanted to sit and digest this album before I came here and let you know what I thought on it. A lot of people are hating on this record. I don't understand why. I don't understand why, considering the context. Durk is currently locked up, facing some very serious charges, facing some very, very serious time behind bars. I thought the support would have been a bit different than what I've seen. Lil Durk had a little 100K streak going where first week he's selling at least 100K. It looks like on this one he might be doing around 60, 70, 75. I think as fans we let him down. There wasn't a drop off in music, in my opinion. I actually think that this is better than the last album we got from Lil Durk, which was Almost Healed. And actually, I believe the content of Deep Thoughts is what Almost Healed actually should have sounded like. But nevertheless, a great album. Let's get right into it. I do want to start it off, giving you guys my top 5 songs on this. Again, we had 17 songs. Want to give you 5. I split it up a little bit for you. 2 of the songs in my top 5 were the singles, if you will, because this album was originally supposed to drop back in October of 24. We got a couple of delays. They did arrest Lil Durk. He has been behind bars. He never got to see his original plan through with the release of Deep Thoughts. We've gotten 2 different album covers, so there's been a lot going on around this record, around this album. My top 5 songs, give me Turn Up a Notch. I know that is a pre-release single from the album, but I do believe that actually is still the best song on the album. Give me Vanish Mode, Opportunist, Notebook, No Hook, and Deep Depression. My honorable mentions are going to be Shaking When I Pray and Thank You, Globe. Did want to give y'all 2 actual songs from the album, because in my top 5 I got 2 songs that were already out before the album even came out. So I did think, if we strictly want to talk about new songs, then I'll give you another top 5. If it's strictly just new songs that we hadn't heard, then Vanish Mode, Notebook, Deep Depression, Shaking When I Pray, and Thank You, Globe. Transitioning into my bottom 3 songs, this might be a little controversial. Keep On Sipping. I think it's very repetitive, kind of low energy, if you will. Like, very bare bones song, in my opinion. Monitoring Me. Granted, it is one of the more turnt songs on the record. I do appreciate, the variety of songs we get on the album. But I didn't like this song as a pre-release single, and I still don't like it in the flow of the album. So I'm out on Monitoring Me. It's kind of hard. Don't get me wrong. There's no auto schmirk for sure. No auto schmirk for sure on Monitoring Me. We love when schmirk get in that bag. No doubt about it. But I just felt like, considering context and then considering how most of this album flows, I can do without Monitoring Me. And then my last song, I know this is the real controversial one, Alhamdulillah. I actually enjoyed this song. I have it downloaded, but in the grand scheme of things, looking at this album from top to bottom, I personally think it'll fall somewhere in the bottom 5 to bottom 3. Now, that doesn't mean that any of these songs are necessarily trash or mid or not good. I just feel like top to bottom, these are going to be the bottom 3 songs. Getting right into it, I liked about the album, I feel like this is Durk's most interpersonal album. Again, context is everything around this record. He's currently fighting for his freedom behind bars. I kind of get that vibe on the record. I really feel like this is personal pain music. Everybody that know me know I love mellow, slow vibe type of music. That's part of the reason why I've been a big Lil Durk fan. I think we getting some pretty good pain music from Lil Durk on this record, 100%. And I kind of got that vibe once the album cover switched. See, originally, it was him floating over some water, back turned to his kind of like floating in the air. Then the official album cover we got was him essentially incarcerated in his sweatsuit back towards us. So I kind of got the vibe once we seen that album cover switch, like, yeah, there's probably going to be some pain music. There's probably going to be about, what he going through behind the cell, or just getting real personal with it. And I really like that. I really enjoy when artists put their pain into the music, put their life into the music, put that pain behind that pen, and you can hear that all throughout this record. I don't know what more I can say there. I mean, if go back to it and look and listen to it from that perspective, from a perspective of this is pain music, because that's what I kind of came into it expecting, and it met my expectation on that. I really do like that this is mellow pain Durk. I hate the circumstance. I would prefer for him to be able to freely make that type of music without necessarily the fear of losing his freedom being involved. But again, my type of vibe on this album for sure. I think there's a really good mixture of songs on this album. Like, of course, it's mostly pain, but he switches it up. You got Can't Hide It, a song for the ladies with Jhené Aiko, who did her shit on that, may I add. You got Late Checkout, another kind of lovey-dovey song for the ladies, for the gentlemen as well, with Honcho on there as well. Then you get him in that turnt mode, No Auto Schmirk, with Vanish Mode, with Monitoring Me. So I feel like there's a good upkeep of vibe on the record. It's not the whole album is the same thing. Yes, it is a majority pain, but he does throw us a bone, if you will. We get different sides and shades of Schmirk on this album. So I really like that. Getting into my dislikes, not many dislikes about the album. My main one was that it was delayed like 5 fucking times. Like, I feel like if he would have got the drop when he wanted to drop at 24, he probably would have got his 100K first week. Sales ain't everything, but, as a fan, I like to see the people I listen to a lot, or I consider as a favorite, succeed. Now, just because it didn't sell 100K, and it might still do 100K, the projections aren't 100% final at this very moment, I just want to see them win. I feel like 100K is the bare minimum threshold of like, oh yeah, you big, you mainstream, you done did it. Like, a Schmirk album selling 60K, we failed him. I'm a quadruple down on him. We as fans failed Lil Durk if he don't get his 100K. The music is good, man. I'm not understanding why there was a fall off. If I just wanted to nitpick and complain, the intro to Can't Hide It is so annoying. So, like, relationship status, like, because the girls are going to be mad at me. Like, that bitch's voice is annoying. I'm not going to lie, Schmirk. I'm not going to lie. I know y'all felt the same way when y'all heard that. Like, the fuck? Who is this? Who is this bitch talking right now? That's one of my only gripes. Like, that intro is kind of annoying. Just nitpicking, if you will. Like, it's not really a big issue. And then again, as I mentioned earlier, like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Monitoring Me as a single, and I'm still not a big fan of it now. And then I just felt like, outside of Jhené, the features were very guessable. What we got? Honcho, Jhené, Future, and Baby. Very guessable. Like, nothing out of the norm. And there's nothing wrong with him going to his bread and butter, you know, in terms of collaborators. You know, you want to bring the best out of yourself every drop, every album, you know, every song. But come on, man. You can't switch it up, though. We can't get a feature out of left field, something, you know, something random, something new, something we haven't heard in a long time. Future and Lil Baby are damn near on everybody's album. Everybody's album. They're almost like government mandated features at this point. Now, I'm not complaining. I consider myself musical fans of both, but at some point, man, it gets to a point like, y'all don't got nobody else to work with. Y'all can't call up nobody else. Like, the songs that they're both on aren't bad. You didn't hear me put them in my bottom 3, but you also didn't hear them in my top 5. That's a statement in itself, you know? Very guessable features. That would be my last dislike last and only dislike about this record was the features was a little bit too predictable, too guessable, nothing really new. You know, again, I am very happy about the Janae collab though. I would go as far as to say that was probably the best feature just because it's something different. As far as my knowledge goes, this might be the first or second song on Wax that we've gotten with Janae and Durk. So I'm happy. I'm happy about that. Not much to complain about there. If I had to give this album a rating out of 10, I am going to rock with a 8.3 out of 10. At its lowest, it is nothing lower than an 8. So if I had to give you a range, we would be at 8 to 8.3, highest being 8.3, lowest being an 8. Overall, good music, man. Good music, nice vibe. Like this, most of this music you could just put on some chill shit, just on some background noise. It's just you know, you vibing out in your own world type of shit. Like the turn songs on here definitely turn. I don't really feel like they party bops. Maybe Vanish Mode, maybe, but I don't think that was the point of this album. I don't think he was gunning for hits. I don't think he was gunning to make a party song. I think he wanted to put out that real pain music, give us some perspective, as he always does. But I can't really complain too much, man. At this very moment, I would have this somewhere in my top 10 albums of the year so far. I mean, we're only 4 months in. We haven't really gotten much, but good music here from Lil Durk, and I'm excited to see what we get next. Hopefully, the next Lil Durk album, you know, he has free reign and free control, and you know, preferably his freedom to really put the finishing touches on this record, on his next record, how he really wants to. I do appreciate you guys. I've been delaying with these videos. I don't want to be pumping out fast food videos no more, fast food music videos no more. I want to take time with these reviews. I really want to give y'all 5-star meals with these. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. I should be back pretty soon with some more reviews as the music comes out. Got a couple of older albums that came out early in the year that I haven't gotten around to, and I do still plan to do so. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Till next time, I'm out.